Good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. I am going to put on my watch. So today I'm going to allow some people to join first, but I'm going to talk about something very uncomfortable that I don't really uh talk about a lot simply because I feel like the subject causes a fight. So I don't really talk about it a lot. Um, but I can't decide if I want to do my hair because today, Facebook is not here yet. Hang on. Let me let the Facebook people get on. They're not here yet. There they are. Good morning. Today I have to groom the bunnies. And when I groom the bunnies, I have fur from head to toe, which means after I groom the bunnies, I have to get in the shower because I have got fur all over me. So part of me just does not want to do anything with myself today because I will turn around and have to get in the shower in the next couple of hours. But this is part of me having a farm. Yesterday I'm a little entrepreneur this week. I have already filmed my Thursday video, which is a miracle that I've already done that and have it up. It's not public yet, but like it feels so good when I'm ahead of the ball game and I'm like, look at me. I've already done my Thursday video. Now I can go ahead and film for Saturday so that I'm not up to midnight trying to put a YouTube video together. So I have already done that. And I don't know why I was telling you that. In menopause fun. Hang on, let me think why was I telling you that I had went? Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. It's so much fun having menopause. So when I film, half the time I look like this. And I'm like, I bet those people that watch my videos, when they watch me live putting on my makeup, they're like, man, she puts on her makeup and she looks so great. And then when she films her YouTube videos, she looks like she's homeless. And because when I was putting my video together for Thursday, I was like, I'm over here trying to tint, like, because when you edit a video, you can like add coloring and stuff. So I'm trying to add a little color to my face because I'm like, I look terrible. And I don't realize how bad I look until I've already filmed. And then I go to put the video together and I'm like, look at my cheese ball hair. Look at what I look like. And I feel like I should explain it to y'all. This is the bottom line. You guys help me dance. And I know you don't realize, you think I do everything for you. Aunt Judy, thank you for your live today. Thank you for talking about the subject you talked about. But see, you don't understand because what happens is when I don't film, I have a hard time getting up and dancing and getting ready. So therefore, when I film my YouTube videos, I look homeless. I look like I don't brush my hair. I look terrible. And I'm like, I've got to change. I've got to make a change. But I feel like I'm like, if I went live every day, it would force me to get up and get ready. And I would feel better. But when you're not here, it's like, oh, I don't have to go live today. I'm just going to go out there and look like this. Like this. But then, like I said, when I go watch the videos and I'm thinking, Judy, you're on someone's TV this big looking like you look. Like, that's not very presentable. That's not very professional, Judy. And I keep telling myself this. So I'm trying, I told myself, I'm going to try to change my ways. But you guys are the ones that help me get up and make a difference and get up and get ready and get up and look presentable is you. Y'all think it's all me, and it's not. When I'm not with y'all, I'm not so strong. And I guess if you knew me in person, you'd be like, you're different. You're not as strong as I thought you were. You're not. And it's because I'm a human being. And I'm not, when I tell you I'm a train wreck, I don't think you believe me. I think you think because when I go live, I'm so strong. I think you think I got my crap straight. Or you see me, out there doing tours and field trips and at the library. I look like I got it all together. And I don't. I'm no different. I'm no different, but you guys help me. You guys help me get it together. So thank you. So I told myself I need to make more of an effort to look decent in my YouTube videos. Because listen, the past two videos have been horrendous. Thank God for tinted glasses. But when you have a farm, you and especially when you sit on the ground in the farm, you got slobber and poop. I get pooped on every single day, just about. And it's because I pick them up and I get in their business. If I stayed at a distance and didn't pick up the ducks or the peacocks or the chickens, I wouldn't get pooped on. But see, that's no fun to me. I'd rather pick them up and get pooped on. That's me. So, like, half the time when I'm not live, I'm like, I'm just getting up and I'm going out there and I'm going to get pooped on and I'm just going to do my thing. And the meanwhile, I'll film. So, like, I just need to make some changes. So when you see me look like who to thunk it on my YouTube videos, you can go, wow, Judy needs me in her life. Judy looks ridiculous today, and she so needs to go live, and she needs my help. Just know that because you help me. Okay. There's certain things I've learned when it comes to social media that you just don't talk about. One being politics, two being abortion, three being I'm trying to think of some things that causes controversy. When you open up a subject like that, people are all over the place and they begin to throw their opinions, and people start getting in fights, and you're like, wow, I just said, I don't know, like something like go Trump. And then all the people attack because I said go Trump, or something like that. You see what I'm saying? It's because people, religion, yes, politics, those are kind of subjects you don't talk about because they're hard subjects and they're very opinionated. And today, I am going to talk about a subject that's going to create a lot of opinions. And I want to talk about how to handle other people's opinions. And you know how, let's just talk about religion. I consider myself, I wouldn't consider myself over the top religious, but I am a believer. Um, I am a Christian. I believe in God. I pray to God. So if someone comes to my farm, let's just say that worships someone besides God, would I try to persuade them to believe what I believe? I'm not that person. I'm not the type of person who tries to get people to believe what I believe. I love you for where you're at because I know personally the only way I can be a testimony to you is not through my words, it's through my actions. So if someone goes, wow, you know, Aunt Judy is so strong. She's so strong. I hope that the strength that they see in me is not me because I'm a train wreck. And I tell y'all that. I hope that my living testimony, that you see who I believe and you see the strength that I have. I don't pull from myself, because if I allowed Judy to pull her own strength, I would be in the bed every day. I would be crying every single day. I wouldn't be good. But I don't sit here when someone comes here and let's just say they don't believe in God. I'm not about to force my beliefs and my opinions on someone else because that's their opinion. That's their belief. And I'm not about to do that. Now, I know there's controversy in that because a lot of people go, Judy, as a Christian, you're supposed to stand up for this and this and this. We can get in a fight about that. I'm not that person. I'm not doing that. I am not screaming, you know, I'm not yelling at someone to believe like me. I'm not doing it. It's not if people think that I'm wrong, it's okay. I'm just not that person. I love I love everyone, regardless of what you look like, regardless of what you believe, regardless of whatever. I- Everyone's welcome here. You don't have to believe like me. So, yesterday, I said I wasn't going to get ready, but I don't know how to not get ready and talk. I have to do this at the same time or I lose my concentration. So, I'm getting ready. So, yesterday, Shane and I went to vote, and one of the amendments here in Coleman was taxing medical marijuana. So, the tax, the vote was, do you vote yes for a 15% tax on medical marijuana, or do you vote no, there shouldn't be a 15% tax on medical marijuana? So I want to talk about it today. And I know that when it comes to medical marijuana and the word marijuana, there's a lot of opinions. A lot. So I want to talk about it. So when I was voting, and Shane and I were sitting right next to each other, and we read the amendment, and Shane looked at me and I looked at him. I said, what do you think should happen? And he goes, yes, they should be taxed 15% for marijuana. And I was like, Joker, me too. Yes, they should be taxed for medical marijuana, because Shane and I are not big believers and medical marijuana. Why? Do I know what I'm talking about? So this morning when I woke up and I got on Facebook, I saw that in Coleman County, there was over 50% of people vote no. There shouldn't be a 15% marijuana tax. And I was really surprised at that. I was like, wow. So then I thought it made me take a step back. Okay, if you're listening to me, you have to listen to the whole story because I'm going somewhere with this. So if you're like, oh gosh, Judy doesn't believe in medical marijuana, done because I smoke it, I'm out of here. Don't do that. Listen to the whole story. So when I woke up this morning and I saw that Coleman County voted no, there shouldn't be 15% tax, it made me stop and think. And I almost kind of felt guilty that I voted yes. And I was like, okay, let me break this down. Why am I feeling the way I feel? So, um, a couple of days ago, I would say probably, I think it was on the 30th, my brother's back in jail. Praise Jesus. And he has 3 warrants. And I haven't seen my brother in 7 years, right? And so I see this picture of my brother and I don't even recognize him. And the first thing that went through my mind, because he's got 3 warrants in 3 different places, he's gonna be in jail for a minute. Because if he bonded out of one place, he has to go to another jail. And if he bonds out of that place, he has to go to another jail. So they're like, he's there for a minute. So I sat and thought. I called the jail and I said, "Does he have a court appointed attorney?" And they said, "Yes." I said, "Can I have his number?" He said, "Yes." So I called my brother's attorney and I said, "Listen, I need your help. I need your help big time. Big time." I said, "My brother is on my mother and dad's property, and my dad is on hospice, and I need to sell his property, and I can't sell his property without my brother's signature, and I need help." So the attorney said, "Well, if you will get your attorney to draw up the paperwork and you show up to court with your brother, I'll try to encourage him to sign the paperwork in front of the judge." Therefore, this month, I will be traveling to go to court and see my brother for the first time in hopes that he's not paranoid. I mean, he is paranoid, but in hopes that he understands that Larry is in need and we need to sell the property. So when I was reading that Coleman when I was reading that Coleman, said no, they didn't want the 15% tax, I was like, why? What made me sit there and read that 15% tax for medical marijuana? I was like, oh, yes, yes, yes. Tax the crap out of them. That's basically what was going in my head. And I was like, why did I sit there and do that? Like, why did I not have mercy on someone with cancer that needs medical marijuana? Why didn't I have mercy on them? Why did I go straight to they're a drug addict and be judgmental? Why did I do that? So I had guilt. And when I started breaking it down, I was like, personally, I, in my life, I've not seen, well, first of all, when it comes to the word medical marijuana in general, I'm not educated. So I really have no idea what I'm talking about because, first of all, I've never really smoked it. I don't know what it does to you. I don't know, like, I'm not personally, let's just say, had cancer where I needed medical marijuana to get me through. I've not experienced any of this. So I really have no idea what I'm talking about. And the only way you're able to get to the point where you're like, I really don't know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people would be like me that, let's just say, that are not for marijuana, and they would begin to cast judgment and go, I'm just saying what you would say is bunch of drug addicts. They just want some freaking marijuana to get them through the day. That's what people begin to judge people that smoke marijuana because they're in situations like me. I'm in this situation where I have watched the drug addiction start with marijuana. And it's not like it's just my brother I've watched this with. Okay. I have multiple people in my life where it started with marijuana. And so therefore it's a little bit of a trigger. No, it is a trigger to me because I've watched someone go from smoking marijuana in their teens to now being headed to prison, or to go from smoking pot. But there's a difference. I don't know. And again, this is my opinion. But Shane and I were talking about it this morning. And Shane ain't the type to break it down, right? Like, he's not. He's very in his ways, set in his ways. This is how it is. Bull crap. I can't see anywhere but my box. Where me, I can look more outside the box and get into other people's shoes and get to mindfulness and try to be sensitive towards other people's opinions. Where Shane is like, no, you need to be taxed. It's bull crap. You know, because Shane has his trauma with marijuana and drugs with his family, and it's it formed it When you've had when you've had addiction in your family or friends, you begin to form opinions about anything that alters your mind. But for someone that uses medical marijuana and they're up against someone like, let's just say me or Shane, they're going to start going, let me tell you, you don't know what it's like because you're not in pain every day, and your brother doesn't have cancer. You don't even know what you're talking about. And then it becomes a fight. What if you were such the best version of yourself that you can be mindful of someone else's opinion without fighting? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, let's just say that you live in a state that has medical marijuana and you have a marijuana card, and medical marijuana is what gets you through the day. So you're very sensitive to the medical marijuana subject, and you're very sensitive to this tax. And you're like, no, it's all I can do to afford what I've got to afford. I use this for my health. But then someone like me that's never even freaking smoked it, I form an opinion about medical marijuana when I don't even know what I'm talking about because I've never even smoked the crap to even know. I said crap, but you know what I mean. I've never even I don't have pain every day where I would need to smoke it, but I will tell you. So have um I have I haven't done this in a long time. But I would go days without sleeping. Um I would just get like, I don't know, ramped up, and I would go days without sleeping. And I remember my psychiatrist telling me if medical marijuana was legal, I would prescribe it for you. I said, I am not smoking marijuana, period. And she said, Judy, it will help you sleep. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm, I'm not doing it. It's not for me. And the reason I'm so against it is because of the triggers that I've had in the past with dealing with people in addiction. I don't have the addictive personality. I don't. I do not. So why am I like, what's caused me to be so against it is because of the trauma that I've been in my life. Well, for someone that's on medical marijuana, are you strong enough to understand why someone like me is so against it because of the triggers and the trauma that I've had in my life? Would you not attack me when I sit here and say, let's just say, it's not for me, I'm not doing it? Would you try to convince me to do it because it's right for you? You get what I'm saying? So I sit here and I was thinking about it, and Shane and I began to really talk about it. And the line of work Shane is in is dealing with dangerous chemicals, being on a top of a roof, welding, having a flame in your hand. So Shane's type of work is very serious and dangerous. Me, I'm around my phone. People that would work for me, let's just say, are around children, are around a 1,500-pound cow or bull, I guess I should say. Okay. Like, so would someone on medical marijuana or marijuana, period, would it be a good fit to be in to have, let's just say, 30 children in a fenced in area with a big old bull and animals and not be totally alert? Would that be a good fit for Sneed's farmhouse? Or would it be a good fit for Shane to have someone on marijuana on a roof with a torch in his hand? And we began to talk about it. And I said, well, wait a minute. So if medical marijuana, you know, totally passes in Alabama or whatever, so us as business owners, like if we go to do like a background check on someone, let's just say, and they fail for marijuana, let's just say, and they show us their medical marijuana card, legally, I don't guess Shane would have to hire them. I don't know. I don't know what the laws are behind that. But Shane was like, Judy, the last thing I would want to do is for someone, let's just say, that has medical marijuana for anxiety. Or let's just say me. If I start smoking medical marijuana to help me sleep at night, well, I done my research and I saw that it alters your mind for 24 hours. So if I smoke it, let's just say at 10 o'clock at night before I go to bed, and then I have to get up at 6 a.m. to be at the welding shop to meet Shane, to go up on a roof with a torch in my hand, is that safe? And Shane was like, that's a liability to me. I can't have someone work for me that is a user. It is too much of a risk. First of all, our insurance is sky high because Shane has a welding company and we have Sneed's farmhouse. Therefore, the insurance is pretty high. So let's just say, let's go a little bit further. Okay. Let's say that I have someone in my farm working for me, doing a field trip, and they smoke marijuana for sleep. And they go out there with 30 kids and the bull. And let's say I'm not out there, I'm over on the other side with the chickens. And let's say that the bull attacks one of the kids. God forbid this not happen, please. And so then there's a lawsuit. Then there's a lawsuit because this kid got injured at Sneed's farmhouse. And then when we go to court, Judy wasn't over there. It was my worker. So then they do a drug test, let's just say. And the person fails for marijuana, let's just say. And does that hold up in court? I don't know the answers to these, okay? I do not know the answers. But like, if someone works for me that smokes marijuana, is that a liability to me? Is that a liability to me to have someone that's mind is, their reflexes are not as strong because they're on marijuana, and I've got children in my farm? Or Shane's a welding, and there's a lot to think about. I don't know the answers to all this. It just, as I begin to break things down, I have to think about like what's best for me. What is best for Judy? What is best for Sneed's farmhouse? What's best for me is probably not what's best for someone that's fighting pain that has to smoke marijuana every day to get him through the day. See how what's best for him is to smoke marijuana because he's in pain every single day. And what's best for Sneed's farmhouse is to be a drug-free environment. A drug meaning all drugs, every drug. Sneed's farmhouse is a drug-free place. So you see how It's right for me, but it's right for this person in pain that needs to smoke it every day. So therefore, when you form an opinion and you think your way is the right way, when you get out of your box and get into the shoes of the person that deals with pain every single day, that needs medical marijuana to get them through the day, you see how you see how you can go, okay, well, this is how I feel, but I'm not going to sit here and tell all you guys I think medical marijuana needs to be banned. I'm not going to say that because that's not right for everyone. It's right for me. It's Sneed's Farmhouse, but it's not right for this person that's fighting cancer that's in pain every day. And their doctor is saying, I need to prescribe you medical marijuana because you have pancreatic cancer and you're going to be in excruciating pain every single day. Now, if there ever came a day where I was fighting, let's just say cancer, and I was in pain every single day, I would probably feel totally different from the way I feel today because I've not walked in your shoes. But when you start forming opinions and you start throwing, you should believe what I believe. I'm for taxing the medical marijuana at 15%, and you should believe what I believe. These jokers should be paying 15% taxes if they're going to walk around and be high all day. That's what one opinion is. But if I had a loved one that I watched in pain, let's just say Larry. If Larry was in pain every single day and I had to sit here and watch him hurt every single day, and then I went to go vote and the amendment was right there, I would be like, no, you don't understand. He's on a limited income. He's in pain every day. He doesn't need to be taxed 15%. He's dying of pain. Don't do that to my dad, please. You don't understand. He's hurting. Don't do that to him. You see, we form the opinions because of the things that we go through. But in the world that we're in today, we want people to believe what we believe. And we start getting mad at other people that don't understand because they've not been through it. But you know how I talk about being the best version of yourself is when you can go, okay, all right, Judy, you got this tax. And you were so like, yes, they should be taxed 15%. But then when you step back and you go, what about these poor people that are on a limited income that are fighting cancer? You think they should be taxed 15%? Breaking it down and thinking outside your box. Because if I stay in my box of marijuana triggers me because my brother and my other family members have addiction and this triggers me. That's marijuana is where it started. Marijuana is the gateway drug. You know how they say that. So you're like, no, marijuana is going to make the whole world be corrupted. No, So like there's to me, the best version of yourself is to get in someone else's shoes. It's just like, uh, I'll say this. It's just like the drug Suboxone or methadone. There's a lot of people that have, you know, different Suboxone's a drugs. It ain't helping them. It ain't helping them at all. It's just causing more problems. It's going to cause more issues because then they're going to be doing Suboxone and they're going to be doing drugs on the road. They're going to be doing both. And then they're going to be high as a kite driving around, and then some people go as far as going, I'm not going to go there because then there'll be another fight. But when it comes to Suboxone and methadone, I think about my brother. And my brother was a big pain pill kind of person. And for the longest time, he would go to the methadone clinic. I don't know the difference in Suboxone and methadone, but he would go to the methadone clinic under a doctor's care and he would get either methadone or Suboxone, whatever. And he did that for years and years and years and years and years. And doing that, he was able to keep a job. He was able to run a business. He was able to be a father. He was able to make decent decisions, being under the doctor care for methadone, let's just say. And then his doctor retired. And when his doctor retired is when he went to street drugs. And then that's when he went off the deep end. So for me, the Suboxone and methadone clinics kept my brother, for someone that is addicted to drugs, it kept him, number one, from getting laced with fentanyl. So it kept him safe. But my brother had done drugs for so long that the likelihood of him getting off Oxycontin was slim to none. So that's why he was going to the methadone clinic, is because methadone kept him, or Suboxone, whatever he was on, it kept him from going to street drugs. And it worked. It worked. But the second that the methadone was taken away from him, he went to street drugs. And then he lost everything. And instead of him being on meth now owned him completely. And I think that my brother just did methadone at the clinic? No. No, I do not. I think he mixed it with other things, personally. I think that when you're an addict, I believe that you learn how to work the system. You do. You become a manipulator, and you can alter being drug tested. You're like brilliant at figuring at masking your addiction. Like, you figure it out. I don't believe that these clinics I don't know. I guess I'm forming an opinion that I don't really know, but I wonder, let me change my wording. I wonder if these methadone clinics really enforce being drug free other than the drug that they're prescribing them. I don't know that answer. I feel like I can form an opinion about it. I feel like that a person that's going to that clinic, I feel like they start off good, and maybe they're just starting, and everyone's different, right? Everyone's different. But for my family member, I think he worked the system. That's they're people that are in addiction. Shoot, they're smart as a whip when it comes to hiding their addiction. Hmm. It's a sad disease, but um, and people form an opinion. Most people know someone in addiction, whether it's a friend, a family member, something. Every single person knows someone in addiction. Now, I will tell you, I never dreamt in a million years that my family member would be as bad as he is. It is crazy. It is like I'm in a nightmare. Like, I don't even this person that was a business owner. He had 12 salesmen under him in other states. He was the most successful of all of us when it came to business and finances. He was incredible. He could sell ice to an Eskimo. He was the best out of my entire family members at business and sales. And to go from a business owner, you own $1 million business, to no teeth, felonies, warrants in multiple places, no money, homeless. It's like, what the heck? My family member? And like I said, the medical marijuana is a trigger to me because I remember I was probably, my brother is 5 years younger than me. So I was kind of the mama because my mother worked all the time. She was a single mom. So I raised him. Okay. I'm the one who had to do homework with him. I'm the one that had to give him a bath. I'm the one that put his pajamas on at night. I'm the one who did all that. So I was the little mama figure to him. So I remember when we were living in the house I grew up with, I can remember my mother calling me on the phone, and she said, I want you to terrorize his bedroom. I want you to dig and find, because my brother got in trouble. I think it was for smoking cigarettes. I don't remember if it was smoking cigarettes or drugs, but my brother was in, let's see, he was in 6th grade when Mom and Larry got married. So he was probably in like 5th grade, 4th grade, 4th or 5th grade. And my mom's telling me to terrorize his bedroom. And buddy, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna dig. And I was looking under his mattress. I was looking in pockets in his closet, and I found all kinds of crap. And he was in fourth and fifth grade. That's where it started. And he's 48 years old. He ain't even 50. He's ruined his entire life. And he's not even 50. And it started with marijuana. So it's a trigger to me. So when I'm sitting there and going, yes, tax them, it's a trigger. But when you're the best version of yourself is when you can step back a minute and go, what? Why were you so like, want to hit yes? What was that all about, Judy? And then I'm able to go, okay, put your brother to bed. Come over here and think about the patient that has pancreatic cancer that is in pain every single day and is dying in pain. Would you tax them? And I'm like, no, I would probably give to them to help them get it. And that's when you're at mindfulness, is when you can think outside the box and see your trigger. Because I'm going to tell you, triggers are deep-rooted problems. If you do not fix your triggers, they're going to go with you everywhere. People are going to trigger the crap out of you. But you have to recognize what's happening to you. Why does this make my stomach hurt? Why do I feel tension in my shoulders? Why am I so mad? Like, what the heck? Why am I so mad at this moment? And I'm mad because I personally have never seen anything good come out of marijuana. I haven't. I've not had a family member that has needed it. The family members that are on it in my family, it's a choice because they want to get high. It's not because they need it. It's because it's a choice that they made at fourth and fifth grade, and other family members that made the decision at a young age that here we are in our 30s doing the same crap we did when we were in middle school. That's what, so my opinions that are formed are going to be different from someone else's opinions because I've never seen that. But does that mean that I should stay in my box and go, marijuana is trash? Does that mean that? No, I have to think outside the box because there are people in pain. And I think that for me, the best place I can be is in my farm. Personally. Because when I'm in my farm and Leroy's sticking his butt in my face and I'm laughing my head off, I forget about the fact that I'm fixing to have to go to court with my brother that I've not seen in 7 years, praying to God that he signs his paperwork. He probably isn't. I'm probably wasting my money because I had to hire a lawyer to do the paperwork. And then I have to carry the paperwork 5 hours and sit in court and pray to God he signs so that I can help Larry. That may or may not happen. So I'm triggered really big. And I don't know what I'm talking about when I hit yes. I feel like I'm on the fence because I've seen such negative things come from marijuana. Because that's where kids start. They don't start with cocaine or meth. They start with marijuana. That's what the kids can get their hands on. But the great thing is if medical marijuana, like at least the people that need it can go get it from a place that's not laced. Synthetic marijuana is runs rapid, and when you buy it on the streets, you never know. And at least when you buy it from, what is it called? I keep saying a hatchery. That's a freaking chicken hatchery, whatever it's called, where I went and took a dump. Remember, I went and took a dump in the middle of the dispensary. That's the word. At least if you buy from a dispensary, it's not laced. I mean, that's a lot safer than going to buy off the streets. Just like going to a methadone clinic, at least it's not, you know, um, laced with something, and it's not going to kill your loved one. That's much safer. And when you have a family member in addiction, it's almost like, how when they're 2 years old, they tell you to pick and choose your battles. Listen, when it comes to being in addiction, you're like, I'll take marijuana all day long over heroin. I'll take marijuana smoke it, smoke it, smoke it. Much better than heroin. Much better than meth. Because you get to the point where you're like, dang, at least, they're somewhat functionable with marijuana. At least it's not, you just learn to pick and choose your battles when you have a family member in addiction. You're like, marijuana is the least of my worries. I mean, you get like that. And if you've not had a family member in addiction, you don't know what I'm talking about. So you may be judging me going, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, I'll tell you what. Think outside the box and get into a mother, a grandmother, a dad, a grandfather. Get in their shoes with them dealing with addiction. A sister, a brother. And you pick and choose your battles. But it's a hard topic to talk about because people that have family members that need medical marijuana, you're like, yes, you don't know what you're talking about. But when you're mindful to go, oh, she obviously is triggered. She probably has some type of an addiction in her family. She's not thinking outside the box. She'll learn. And you don't try to persuade my opinion to think like you. What if we had two different opinions, but we were still good friends? Is that possible? Is it possible for us to think two totally different ways and still be friends? I think at that point, it's like you learn that, okay, you're for marijuana. This person's not for marijuana. Therefore, we don't talk about marijuana because we're going to get in a fight. But if you were that good friend that went, I get it. Thank God for marijuana so your dad can get through this cancer. It's hard for me because I'm triggered because of all this trauma that I've had in my family with addiction, but I can see your opinion and I can see why your dad needs this marijuana. And I hope that the taxes don't go up because I know your dad is on a limited income. And I know that you guys are struggling financially just to make ends meet because someone's having to stay home with dad now. And I can only imagine how you feel. What if you were that well? You have to admit, being able to stop yourself when you're in trauma of past things that have happened to you and think outside the box is a good place to be in, because you're able to be mindful that there's people out there that are struggling, that are not drug addicts, that, never have done marijuana or a drug a day in their life, but they have cancer and they're in pain. So as you're faced with situations that you're in that you don't understand, it's hard for me to understand. Say it. Hey, it's really hard for me to understand that your daughter wants to be a boy. Like, I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all. It's weird to me. It's strange to me. I don't understand why a person would want to do that. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It's against my religion. It's against my beliefs. It's against everything inside me. I don't understand it. But I'm not going to judge her because I'm not in her shoes. I don't know what she's going through personally that makes her feel like that. And when you're in it, let's just say you're the parent and you're in, why does my middle schooler want to be a boy? And you're the person going through it. And you're like, this is, I don't, what the heck? This is embarrassing. My kid wants to be a boy and she's a girl. And oh my gosh, all these people are doing these parades that, trans and theys and these pronouns. I don't understand it. And people are making fun. And my kid is the one that's doing it. And I can't talk about it because people are going to make fun of me. And they're going to say, you're not a good parent. And they're going to begin to judge me. And stop. 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 You've not been in the person's shoes. We don't understand it. I don't understand the marijuana thing. I don't understand why a boy wants to be a girl. I don't understand it at all, but it ain't my problem. It's not something that I'm going to change the world and talk about. I've not been the parent that has been through that. But I have friends that are parents that are going through it, and I see the pain of the mother and the father that is going through this and going, oh my God, what is wrong with my kid? And then someone's over here posting on Facebook, this needs to stop. We need to change the world and all this crap. And it's like, but be sensitive that that's someone's kid. It doesn't mean that you agree with it. It just means to think outside the box for a minute. Imagine if you thinking outside the box is going, okay, my best friend's son wants to be a girl. What is going on in her mind? What makes someone want to be that way? I've seen people that are born, they're boys and they're feminine. And all through elementary school and all through middle school, when they don't even understand sexuality, they're like, you're gay. You're such a sissy. And the person that's sitting there that's feminine is like, what are they talking about? I'm not gay. Why do they keep calling me gay? Why are they saying that I'm gay? They're saying because I like to fix my hair a certain way that I'm gay. And this poor little kid that's in elementary school is being told he's gay because he's feminine. Because let's just say he likes to dance. So his mom puts him in dance class. Oh, you're gay. You're gay. Straight up. You're going to make your son gay for having him in dance class. Getting out of the box is when you have this strong opinion about a certain thing that you don't understand because you've never been there. Be the parent or be the kid that is going through this. Get in their shoes for just a minute and get yourself to mindfulness. Go, okay, forget what Judy thinks. Forget how Judy was raised. Forget Judy's beliefs and just get in their shoes for 1 minute. Imagine being a boy born feminine and you don't fit in with the boys and you don't fit in with the girls. And you're this little kid that boys won't let you spend the night because you're a sissy. And girls, you can't spend the night with girls because you're a boy. And you fit in nowhere. When you're able to get into that little kid's shoes, tears are going to run down your face. And you're going to go, God, this kid fits in nowhere. God, this poor child is being not fitting in with the boys because he's a sissy, and he can't spend the night with the girls because he might molest them because he's a boy and can't spend the night with them. It's like the poor kid doesn't fit in anywhere. Imagine being the parent and watching it. And then to take it a step further, you've got the siblings. Your brother's gay. Your sister's a lesbian. She wears boy clothes. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And even though our beliefs are strong in, let's just say, you're born, you shouldn't change your sex, let's just say. That's how most people that are my age, because we don't understand it. It's crazy to us. But get in the kid's box, get out of your box and put yourself in the parent's shoes. Put yourself in the grandparent's shoes. Put yourself in the kid's shoes. And then put yourself in the siblings' shoes. And then try to break it down and go, I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me. Because that's how I say, this makes absolutely no sense to me. No sense at all to me. But I'm not them. I didn't grow up being a butch. I'm a girl. I'm a girly girl. I didn't grow up that way. But if I did, I would probably be more sensitive to understand what they go through. And I know that I'm talking about some hard things. It's hard for me to talk about too. Because everything that I talk about is situations that I've been in or haven't been in. There may come a day where Larry being on hospice may be in pain one day where, I have to make decisions too. I mean, I will tell you, go into court with someone that I haven't seen in 7 years and stand there and pay money hoping to the good Lord that he signs this paperwork. I'll be honest with you, I don't think he will, but at least I got to try for Larry. I've got to try for Larry. And it'll be in the court setting, so it's not like something bad's going to happen to me. But that's something that I'm going to be facing this month. And it's going to be tough. But, the strength that I pull is the strength that God gives me to stand up for Larry and not think about myself, but to think about what is best for Larry. These are the things that I have to do to take care of Larry. And it's uncomfortable. It's scary. It is what it is. And it's pretty sad that someone has to go through that. But it is what it is. Again, I know I talked about hard things today. I did. And I hope that what you gain from it is that to be the best version of yourself is to get into someone else's shoes. So before you cast judgment and before you form a complete opinion about what you believe and don't believe, and it's okay to say, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. The world's different from the way it was when I grew up, and I've just not been through it personally, and I don't understand. I say it a lot. I don't understand. I love you guys. And thanks for forcing me to somewhat look presentable. But I've got to go Green Rabbits. The group home's coming today. And I've got to go put, what's it called? Vicks Vapor Rub on my turkey's feet every single day. So a bottle of Vapors Rub is $10. I'm like, when did this crap become $10? And I'm like, God, I'm gonna be going through this like there's no tomorrow. But I'm nursing my turkeys back to health, and I've got to go do that, and not wallow in my problems, but go give back to the group home and put a smile on my face. So today's hump day. You have choices. You can get everybody to think just like you and drive yourself crazy preaching to everyone, trying to change the world. But really and truthfully, the only person that you can change is yourself. And for me personally, when I feel like I want to change someone is when I try to get on my knees and pray and ask God to do that, because I'm not God and I can't change anyone but myself. And really, it's hard to change myself because I'm so bullheaded. I think it comes with the red hair that I really have to lean upon God for me to change my ways and go, okay, what do I need to fix about myself? And the biggest thing I need to fix about myself is to do something with myself when I'm on YouTube. Okay. I love you guys. You have choices. You can sit it out or you can dance. And I hope you dance. I'll see you guys later. Bye.